Mayor Johnson, in the last 4 years, how much has Chicago spent on care for illegal aliens?
Thank you for that question, Congresswoman. So since 2022, since the governor of Texas began
Just
shipping.
tell me a number. I don't need a speech. Just tell me a number.
So since 2022, since the governor of Texas was shipping individuals to cities across this country, the city's budget, roughly 1% of the city's budget over the course of 4 years.
We definitely need more people like Virginia Foxx, people that will call out the nonsense from these radical Democrats. Mayor Eric Johnson has been making it so difficult for President Trump. He has been making it so difficult for Borders Tom Homan to deport these illegal migrants we have in Chicago committing crime. And now, look at the mayor. He's not even able to speak.
Mayor Johnston, the same question, and I don't need a speech, just a number.
Thank you, Dr. Congresswoman. Thank you, Congresswoman. It's $79 million over the last 2.5 years.
Mayor Adams, same question. How much has New York spent to care for illegal aliens?
Approximately $6.9 billion went out of our taxpayers' funds.
Did he just say $6.9 billion? Billion with a B? $6.9 billion that could have been used to support the American people. $6.9 billion that could have been used to protect the American people from some of these illegal migrants committing crime. $6.9 billion that could have been used to support New Yorkers. And anyone that tries to justify this type of nonsense, they should be moving to Mexico or to whatever country these illegal migrants are coming from.
Same question. How much has Boston spent to care for illegal aliens in the last 4 years?
We do not ask about immigration status and giving city services and providing that access, so we do not have a number.
Mayor Johnson, are NGOs providing services to illegal aliens in Chicago?
In accordance with the Welcoming City Ordinance, our sister agencies or city departments, we do not seek the status of any individual that is seeking service.
Mayor Johnston, are NGOs providing services to illegal aliens in Denver?
Thank you, ma'am. When folks arrive on the streets without food or resources or shelter, we do provide food or shelter regardless of where folks arrive from.
Mayor Adams, same question.
Yes, in combination of city agencies and nonprofits, we responded to the migrant asylum seekers humanitarian crisis that hit our city.
And Mayor Wu, I assume you don't know their status, but do you know if there are NGOs are providing services to people arriving in your city without any kind of documentation?
There are community organizations, many of them in Boston, who seek to serve all of our Boston residents.
Congress must provide oversight and ensure accountability for taxpayer funds going to NGOs. That is why I introduced H.R. 245, the Grant Integrity and Border Security Act. This bill would require all NGOs who apply for a federal grant to certify as part of their application that they have not, will not, and are not engaging in acts that violate federal immigration law. If NGOs continue violating our immigration laws, then my bill would ensure that no federal funds can ever go to the violators. It's time to pass this bill, ensure accountability, and secure our cities and the border. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Listen, I 100% support this bill. Any nonprofit that uses the taxpayers' money to take care of illegal migrants, these nonprofits should no longer receive any type of government support. Absolutely not. If you go to Mexico illegally, you think Mexico is going to take care of you? You think Mexico is going to give you shelter, going to give you food? Absolutely not.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Mayors, thanks for being here, leaving your cities to come to Washington, D.C. today. By either definition or by claim, each of you, I think, could justifiably say represent what's considered a sanctuary city. If you could describe it, what would you, sanctuary from what? Anybody?
Great question. Mayor Johnson, you want to start? Mayor
Yeah,
Johnston?
thank you, Congressman. I welcome that because I wanted to clarify. We do not shield people from federal.
I just asked
We
you
do not
what,
provide
so
sanctuary.
you don't consider yourself a sanctuary city?
We provide services and supports.
Do
We
you
not
consider
provide
yourself a
sanctuary.
sanctuary city? That's just,
We do not under that definition.
you don't use the definition, so you're not a sanctuary.
We call ourselves a welcoming city. We
Okay,
provide
so what's
services and
the,
support.
so what are you welcoming and who are you not welcoming?
Well, we're welcoming everybody.
Okay.
We don't keep folks.
So you're welcoming criminals that you don't have any idea what their crime background?
This is insane. This is insane for an elected official to say, oh, we welcome everybody. Oh, you're a criminal, no problem.
How do you vet the people that you welcome in your sanctuary city?
Sir, we don't vet folks that arrive from Illinois or California with a background check when they come into the Denver airport any more than someone from another
So
location.
you're welcoming any illegal immigrant or illegal alien to your city without question?
Well, folks that make the decision to come to Denver, they arrive, and then we expect
But
them to
you
get a
call
job,
them, you
pay
welcome
taxes.
them. You welcome them.
He said, folks that come, we expect them to get a job. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what are their intentions for this in this country. It doesn't matter what crime they have committed before. Let's just welcome them and have them live next to our kids, next to our neighbors, like next to our coworkers. It doesn't matter. This is unbelievable.
Call them to your city and say, if you come here, you will be safe from what?
Thank you, sir. We don't call anyone to our city. Folks that arrive in our city, we offer same access to services they may need to be successful. And if they break the law, we hold them accountable, we charge them, we prosecute them.
What about if they've already broken the law?
Well, if they've already broken the law and there is another jurisdiction that has a warrant for that person, they let us know and we would cooperate to transfer them to that jurisdiction.
I think we saw in Mr. Jordan's conversation with you that you really don't do that. Mayor Johnson, how about you? How many, according to my records, you have welcomed 51,648 illegal aliens to your sanctuary city. So I'd ask you, sanctuary from what?
If you're referring to the number of individuals that were bused from Governor Abbott without any coordination, the 52,000 individuals that were seeking asylum, those individuals were bused to us.
These radical liberals, they keep referring to seeking asylum, seeking asylum. There is a legal process to seek asylum here. You don't just cross the border illegally and just stay to say, oh, I'm seeking asylum, so you're going to have to take care of me. No, this is not how it works. There is a legal process, and that's why I went Tom home and said, listen, if you are seeking asylums, you have to do it the legal way.
I passed a bus ordinance to work to coordinate with the governor of Texas. He refused to do that. But that transfer of individuals was the result of the governor of Texas, not the result of a welcoming city ordinance.
Welcoming city ordinance. So you're not welcoming these people that came here illegally?
The individuals that were bused to us from the border. From
They were not
Governor Abbott.
welcome in Chicago? You didn't welcome them? You didn't provide them sanctuary?
So the welcoming city ordinance is pretty straightforward. It allows for our local law enforcement to focus on local policies, and that's why we're seeing a decline in violence.
So you
in the
don't
city of
care
Chicago.
about federal law enforcement policies, only local policies?
We comply with all laws. What I do care about is this body, Washington, passing comprehensive immigration
So
reform.
let me ask you this. Chicago residents reported 28,443 violent crimes during 2024 alone, cases of aggravated assault rising to the highest level in 2 decades. Now, also, state funds, $160 million, were issued to illegal alien job assistance shelters in Chicago. You're the mayor of Chicago. Do you think that your residents or the residents of your state should be paying for that more than they should be paying for their own needs? Who elected you? The people that came illegally, whether they were sent to you or not, or the people that reside in Chicago? Who elected you? And who do you serve?
The people of Chicago elected me as the 57th mayor of the city of Chicago, and we serve all the residents of the city of Chicago.
Illegal or not, criminal or not. How many of the 662,566 illegal aliens with criminal histories that ICE has reported are now residing in Chicago?
Someone will have to get back with you with that number. I don't keep account
do you
of.
take immigration information from criminals as they're arrested and processed? Do you take immigration information?
Our local law enforcement focuses on getting
Do you
all
take,
violent
do you
individuals off the
determine
streets
whether
of
they're here
Chicago.
legally, what their immigration status is as a function of your justice
Gentleman's
system?
time's expired, but please feel free to answer the question, Mayor.
The Welcome in City ordinance ensures that our local residents communicate and trust local law enforcement to ensure that criminals and crime is being addressed,
So
and
you
that's
have
why
no
violent
idea how
crime
many are illegal.
has
Thank
gone
you,
down
Mr.
in the
Chairman.
city
I'll
of
yield.
Chicago. Thank you very much.
This is a pure example why we should never support that DEI hire. This is an example of a man that is not qualified for the job, and now he's not even able to speak and articulate himself. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification so you know when I drop the next video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think as I continue to call out the nonsense from these radical Democrats. Stay safe.